Oh, Takumi. I mean, it's so interesting that even like Takumi's sighs right now are very like, and it's so difficult as well. As I said, Takumi's going through so much right now, but because this game is so brutal and I haven't played it in so long, even hearing Takumi's sighs, I'm like, oh, we're back in this world, right? But then you're locked in again when you go, oh, but he's like going through a lot right now. He's going through a lot of distress right now. Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Omer, and this is the Last Defense Academy, 100 Line Last Defense Academy, and there are a lot of Eitos here. And we have to figure out who is the imposter Eito. And poor Takumi, as I said, is going through so much. But Takumi goes through so much all the time. And I hope that doesn't sound like I'm diminishing it. Because every time he goes through stuff, it is brutal. It is so brutal. And like it never gets easier. Ever. I'm not making any progress. I can't give up though. If I don't get rid of him, Eito will take over my whole body. I never expected killing him would make things even worse. Damn it, just how much trouble do you have to cause until you're satisfied? And again, the whole thing with Eito is so brutal. The fact that, again, I said it last time, I do think Eito is more upset that Takumi didn't kill him on the original day that we could have killed him and then killed him on day 57, because I think he believes that Takumi was like, you know, Takumi believes he's some savior. Takumi believes he can save everybody, but in reality, of what Eito's saying to him, and again, I'm not saying this is the reality, I'm saying from Eito's perspective, he's like, no, you're just like the judge, jury, and executioner. You decide who lives and dies. You're not some hero, you know? I already feel like that's what he was like pointing towards when it came to this stuff too. I think it is, Eito's more upset that he was spared on day 2 and then killed on day 57. Was it day 2 when it happens? Rather than being, yeah, I think he would have been less upset if he was executed like day 2. Was it day 2 or was it the first week or whatever? I forget which exact day it was. Would have been better if I let him live, or should I have killed him right at the start? That's the thing. I generally think Eito would have like respected it more weirdly. Not that we have to worry about what he respects, because again, he's putting us through torture, but I'm saying he would have respected it more if he killed him right at the start, I think. I can't get distracted with regrets. There's still stuff I can do, people I haven't spoken to yet. I spent the rest of the day talking to everyone I could find. Each time I wondered who the Eito standing in front of me really was, but no matter what tack I tried, I couldn't figure it out. And of course, they were all moving around throughout the day, making it even harder to tell them apart, which is very difficult. Because usually you could be like, oh, that person usually hangs out here, that person usually hangs out here, you know? Everywhere I looked, it was nothing but Eito Atsuki. I couldn't even tell if there were 11 of them or not, and that's the problem. Because counting them, you'd have to have them all in one space. This challenge was going to be a lot more difficult than I thought. Even worse, every Eito I spoke to hurled insults and painful home truths at me. And this is the thing, right? Eito is inside Takumi's mind. And as we said, not that we have to believe everything, because I do believe that, like, the Takumi is a flawed character. He's not a perfect character. We've established this, that he himself would tell you, like, the whole thing of, like, his choices he makes, they torture him, they hurt him. He's not supposed to be a character that is, like, this perfect, makes the right decision all the time character. That's the point. But that's what Eito knows. He knows that Takumi has made these decisions that has melted his mind, that has upset himself so much, that has hurt himself so much. So he's playing on those things. He was trying to provoke me. He wanted me to lash out. I wasn't going to give him that satisfaction. I knew these were really my friends. The way they looked and sounded was just Eito messing with my head. I wouldn't do anything to hurt them. He would see it as a big win if we killed one of them right now. But if he took control, it wouldn't matter what I wanted anymore. I had to find the 11th Eito as soon as I could. It's such an interesting story. And as I said, like, the weirdest way I could have dropped back into this game, but honestly, I feel like the best. It's a shock to the system. Early that morning, I had a dream. Oh no, not a dream, more like a conversation inside my subconscious. He's back again. He's back again.
You're doing great, Takumi.
Oh yeah?
I had so much fun watching you struggle.
I know
yesterday.
you did. I know you did. And again, this pose here is like scarier than, like, if he could literally be there with a knife and it would be like less scary. There's something so scary about casual, in control Eito.
I don't know what it was like in your last timeline, but I haven't talked to the others all that much this time around.
Yeah, honestly, the last timeline I was with you, Eito, like specifically where you were a main character, like, we grew to, like, appreciate you twice over, I believe, because you became like this, like, revolutionary almost, you know? So we grew to appreciate you a lot.
I never had the chance, being shut up in my cage the whole time. I'm glad I'm getting to know them through you.
Really? Are you actually getting glad?
So from everyone else's point of view, they're just having a normal conversation with me?
Oh my god.
Please, let's not talk shop.
I think we should talk shop.
Consider the space neutral territory.
It doesn't feel very neutral.
While you're here, Try to forget about the challenge and relax.
Your mind is so warped that you believe that this would let me forget about it?
That's rich coming from you.
Yeah. How could you forget about here? You prefer you could stay here forever, just give your body and mind over to me entirely. And again, that smile is like, it's Ato's like adorbs smile, right? But it's like, because it's adorable, it's actually very freaky. And then get started on killing your abhorrent friends right away. Ato, I get what you hate me. I'm the one who killed you after all. But do the others deserve the same treatment? Some of them even tried to save you. Why do you hate them as well? I think he just hates humans in general, but also like, I wonder if like doing this to us is more important than saving them. I wonder. Despite what you may think, we're not your enemies. We're all part of the Special Defense Unit. We're allies. But with what Ato knows, from his perspective, he was just killed after telling the truth. Like one of the first times that Ato like told the truth specifically, he was executed. If you hadn't betrayed us, everyone would have gone on believing that. What's your point? Would you try to convince someone with a severe phobia of cockroaches that they're actually very clean, intelligent creatures? We're not cockroaches, but that's the way that Ato see. Again, Takemi's right. We're not cockroaches. The way he compares us is like, by every stretch of the word is wrong. By every way you look at it is wrong. But from his perspective, we are smelly monsters. We are, and again, I know it sounds joking, like a joke to say smelly monsters, but that's what we are to him. Even worse to me anyway. Yeah, we're like monsters. I hope it never sounds like I'm trying to justify what Ato's doing here, by the way. Because what he is doing is like, it's torture. Like, it's absolute torture, but I think that we're coming at it from the perspective of like understanding why he's doing it, not condoning it. You know what I mean? As always, we were trying to get inside Ato's head when it comes to this stuff. We're not sitting here being like, oh man, like he's so right to do this. No, like the execution of when he was like, from his perspective, he was executed when he was telling the truth. He found out something that made it seem like, not made it seem, that was the truth, that all of us are kind of lapdogs for this like government body and this like, you know, the humans. He found out as well, like now in his perspective, in my view, that Takemi was lying to himself this whole time as like pretending he was some savior. He could have killed him on day 2, but chose to kill him on 57 as well. I think that offended him as well. We're trying to understand where Ato's head is at, you know, and why he wants to torture Takemi as well. Your appearance, your voices, your smell, and of course, your ideologies, they're all utterly repulsive. You're all monsters, abominations that shouldn't be allowed to exist. I can imagine from that perspective too, with Ato seeing everyone as a monster, like these dark figures, these smelly, abhorrent monsters. And then now you learn that their ideologies about, you know, what they did here with this invasion, that they invaded this place and are trying to colonize it. It adds to the feeling of that they are monsters. There's nothing wrong with my eyes. I'm just seeing your true nature. Yeah, because from his perspective, now that he knows like what the cause is about and what this fight is about, and he knows more about that, it matches up to the vision of what humans are like. He sees smelly, monstrous beasts, and now their ideology of like colonizing this planet to him is, again, and to us as well, is abhorrent, right? So he sees this as like, I was right.
Ugh.
Your cruel, selfish nature, caring for nothing but your own survival. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying. From his perspective, he has matched it up like a matching game. It all makes sense in his head, and it's like it justifies his cognition change that he would see everyone the way that he does is now being more justified and emboldened. Right? Beforehand, it was just something that could have been like quote unquote wrong, but now it's like, well, it matches who you are in his view. You trample over the peace of others, even as you hide behind grandiose causes and ridiculous platitudes.
Huh?
The peace of others, are you talking about the invaders? This is it. Curious now, aren't we? And yet none of you've even tried to uncover the truth, and that disgusts him as well. Admitting your mistakes can be scary after all. That is true. You claim to have killed me out of some misguided sense of duty, but actually you were afraid of what I might tell you, weren't you? That's a really interesting perspective. Because legitimately, as a player, I killed him to get this route. But as a character, if you look at why Takemi killed him, the unknown is probably an aspect to it as well. But like, really, it was because they believed that he had betrayed them, and they didn't want that unknown aspect in there as well. But could there be some truth to the idea that like maybe also whatever Ato was saying, we didn't want anything to do with because we were worried that I think it was more of a worry that it was that whatever he was going to say was going to be so crazy and just lies that it was going to pollute their minds even more, because he's done it before. He's lied to us before. He's tricked us before. He tricked us twice before, right? Of course. So like, I wonder if that is like his, that was what Takemi was thinking, and that's what everyone was thinking. But again, we're looking at Ato's perspective of like, you were afraid of the truth. None of you guys uncovered anything. Your dogs, everything. And I hope it doesn't sound like I'm supporting Ato. It's just that he's the focal point of the story. So of course we're going to try and understand what he's thinking. You killed me to keep quiet and denied your precious comrades any chance to learn the truth while you were at it. Or do you really just hate me that much? I'd almost forgotten what a waste of time talking to is. Oh my god, could you shut up now? And again, I guess Takumi's getting more used to what's happening here, so he's getting a little bit bolder with his answers.
Oh.
We'll call this conversation to a close. We could be chatting here all day otherwise. Get going, Takumi. You know, I love to see you struggle against the inevitable. Again, that he is having a good time with this. Even if I am just a spirit now, I still expect you to keep me entertained. 3 more days. If I couldn't get rid of him by then, Ato would take full control of my body. Sorry as well if you hear a fan in the background. The reason why there is a fan in the background is because we're going through a second heat wave right now, and I do apologize if it sounds a bit rough or whatever, especially for headphone users. But it's the only way I can really record while not also sweating, pools and possibly not a good condition to be in at all. You know what I mean? So there's a fan on. It's at like a lower speed, but I can still hear it in the background. So if you guys can hear it, I do apologize. I won't let that happen. I won't let him get away with this. I'll find him and I'll kill him for good this time. I can't tell the fake by his appearance or by what he says. So what if I attack someone just to... No. Takumi, that's what he wants. You're thinking like Ato. Yeah, what am I saying? I can't do that. They're my friends. Again, there was a desperation in those words there. Except, well, maybe getting physical is the way to go. I might be able to feel some kind of difference. Maybe we should give someone a hug? A physical way of telling people apart? A plan was starting to form in my mind, but I still need to test it. Could we walk up to one of them, all of them, and do this and remember what Gaku's height was and just put our arm there and see if we phase through them, the top part of them? I headed off to go find one of the Atos. If it's Shoma, we would be able to know, right? If we put our arm down low, we could find out who Shoma is. But then again, how would we tell? Then we'd have to keep track of all of them. That's not good. Have you got a minute? Oh, hello, Takumi. What's up? It's so scary, right? It's such a scary thing. I want to ask you a favor. I took a pen and pad of sticky notes out of my pocket. I wrote down number 1 and peeled it off. This is sound weird, but can you hold on to this for me? What is this? I'll explain later. Just stick it on your chest for now, okay? And if they are still only cognitively different, then they would hold on to this. They Ato can't control their actions, right? Their physical actions. It's really important. I know what's going on here, but I can tell you're serious about this. All right, if that's what you want, I'll stick it on. That's great. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna give sticky notes to every single person we can. I went and found Ato, handing him a note with the number 2 on it. I need a favor. Stick this on you. What's all this about? Are you playing some kind of game? No, I'm serious. I can't explain right now, but it's important. Just put it on, stick it in your chest or something, and don't take it off until I tell you. Okay, if it's really that important. Thanks. If this works out, we can at least have them all numbered, right? Wait, could this be Yugamu? If he's in this place, but then again, other people have been in this place as well. But he frequents this place, right? What's up? What are you doing? Just give me a minute. I need to write this number. You talking to me? Did I stand up too fast? No, maybe there's. Well, you know that your brain is being messed with. Talking to me, something wrong? No, I'm fine. Here, can you stick this on you for a while? I handed Ato a note with number 3 on it.
Oh.
What's this though? Is it a good thing? Very good. I'll explain everything later. It is at least a plan of action, right? I can't tell the difference between anyone in this school. My mind only perceives them as Ato. Whatever's happening, obviously we know our brain is being warped, but it's honestly very rough, right? Because it seems to be affecting us in every moment now as well. I can't tell if there's 11 of them, let alone which one is fake. So would we not gather them all in one place, maybe in the cafeteria, and see if who didn't take a number or something? So far as Ato's challenge went, I wasn't even at the starting line yet. That's when I hit on the idea of telling them apart in some physical, objective way. I was going to hand everyone a note, each with a different number on it. That way I'd finally be able to tell them apart. It wouldn't tell me which one of them is an illusion, but it was a step in the right direction. I continued going around the school handing out sticky notes. Eventually I reached the 9th Ato. The 9th, so it's not even the 10th or the 11th. Is this one going to be different? Hey, have you got a minute?
Oh.
Well, what's up? I'd like to ask you a favor. I've got everyone else doing it too. Can I stick this on you? Somewhere I can see it, like your chest?
Huh.
On my chest? What's this about? I can't explain right now, but I will later. Please, it's important. Well, I guess it's okay. I stuck the number 9 on the 9th Ato. That should do it. Our head is being, like, it's not doing good. Of course it's not doing good with everything that's happened. But, like, it seems to be, like, messing with us even more now. Like, Takami's not doing good. And that's an understatement. That dizziness again. Oh? Wait, what just happened?
Huh? Why?
Why'd you have the number 1 on you? Why?
Why does it say 1 now?
Yeah, what?
Are you okay? Do you mind if I ask what this 1 is
Wait,
for?
what are you? Did something happen with our brain again that we wrote the same numbers or something? This can't be right. I wrote a 9 on that note just now, didn't I?
You said you've asked everyone else to wear these, right? I've seen some of them around.
Sure, but what the hell is happening to our mind? Did he change something like that too to make us believe we were writing down the wrong numbers?
Why do they all say 1 though?
Stop.
What's the point in giving us all the same number?
They're all 1?
No, it can't be.
Stop. Man, and again, we felt like we were making progress there. That must be so demoralizing.
This can't be happening.
That's so brutal. That must be so demoralizing. Is Ado messing with my head? That's what I'm thinking. Is it? Because then we don't know if it's like a thing where like we did write down the right numbers and Ado's messing with our head, or it's a thing where like we didn't write down the right numbers, or we wrote down a 1 all the time because Ado messed with us in that way. I'm sure I wrote 9. I wouldn't make a mistake like that. But now this Ado is wearing a note with 1 on it, so are all the others. So then, is he altering my perception to make all the numbers look this? Oh, that's so brutal. There's like, it's not like I'm saying it's not fair, but Ado never said he was playing fair. Like, this is about torturing Takami. There's no fairness in this. I won't believe it. Without thinking, I started running as if I could run from the truth. Takami, tell me what's going on. Come on. Ado's consciousness existed inside my mind. I still hadn't figured out how all that worked, but a new and disturbing possibility just occurred to me. If he's inside my head, does that mean he knows what I'm thinking too? Oh my god. I mean, if he's able to like know like our fears and our like, well, he could know that from like the outside too, and our regrets and all this stuff too. But the fact that like he's changing our cognition on the fly, right? And he's changing the numbers on the fly, what we're writing down, what we think we're writing down, what we're seeing after we write down, what the people are saying about what was written down. Like, he is deep inside our head. Deep. Oh, this angle.
For someone as dull-witted as you, that wasn't a bad plan.
So, like, again, he's not denying that this is a unfair thing, right? He's not sitting here being like, oh, no, that's not unfair. Like, I feel like Ado is, like, purposely making it unfair because he wants it to be unfair. Like, this is totally unfair. But Ado never said, like, hey, let's play a fair game. Let's play a game of catch. He aimed to punish Takami.
Did you figure out what happened yet?
No.
It's not just my senses or perception you can mess with.
Stop.
You're beginning to control my body, too. Like you did when you made
That's
me
what
feel
happened.
before.
It's showing the progress of, like, of the movement of his body. So did he write down the different numbers?
This time, you made me write
That's
1
so
on all of those
brutal.
notes.
This game is so unfair.
Not only that, you made me see them as different numbers, so I wouldn't realize
That's
anything.
so freaking brutal. Like, what can you even do at that stage? Like, that was a legitimately good plan by Takami. A legitimately good plan.
Bravo! At first, I was going to maintain the illusion until you'd handed out all 11.
But he stopped at 9.
But I got bored watching the same conversation over and over again. So I dropped it.
So, again, it's all for his entertainment. He says you have to entertain me as well. Jesus, dude. And again, like, obviously it wasn't gonna be foolproof, but it was a plan that was like, you know, actually pretty good from top. Which again, Takumi comes up with good plans. That's like not uncommon, but like it felt like he made so much progress only to be dragged back into like the abyss here.
Aren't I generous? That means you wasted less time. And your deadline's getting
What do you mean?
closer.
No,
every
no,
minute.
wait, no, but you made him waste so much time there. But he's like, you could have wasted more. You know, you could have wasted. That's such a manipulative thing to say, isn't it? You know, I only hit you a little bit. You know what I mean? A friend hits you on the arm. I could have hit you in the face. It's like, what? You know, someone takes your bread. You know, I could have taken the ham as well. It's like no, you still took the bread.
You never told me you'd be actively sabotaging me.
Yeah, well, yes, he didn't, but I didn't expect this to be fair. Yes, it's a shocking moment because it's like, oh my god, that's so bad, but I never expected this to be fair.
I never said I wouldn't either.
Yeah, there's no way I expected Eito to be fair in this.
This is supposed to be a challenge. You know? Do you understand the meaning of that word?
Yeah, but you gave a challenge, Takumi figured out a way around it, and you took away, like, that means it's a challenge only in what you want him to do. There's only specific ways you want him to be able to beat this. And it's nothing that you see as the proper way to do it. You have to see it as a proper way. Which that means that the challenge is like very rigid. Which again, I'm not saying it's not. As I said, it was a shocking moment because I was like, oh my god, Takumi's making so much progress. But then when it happened and after the dust settled, I was like, oh, it makes sense that Eito wouldn't be fair. But in the moment, I was so happy for Takumi because I was like, okay, this is a good plan, you know? Man, it's brutal. I should have, yeah, because we knew already it wasn't going to be like totally fair what he's doing here. It already wasn't fair. So we should have realized in the moment, but I think it was just like one of those things where I was just so hopeful for Takumi. And then it snaps back into reality.
Of course the odds are against you, Takumi. That's the whole point.
The odds were already against him, and Takumi came up with such a good thing, though. It was such a good plan. Such a good plan. I didn't realize just how unfair this challenge was. Yeah. No matter what strategy I come up with, Eito can just control my eyes and hands to prevent me from using it. Isn't there a way for me to win? It has to be what Eito believes is a true win then, I guess. You're not giving up, are you? What are you going to try to do next? You're going to try and stop him again, though, right? Well, even asked, you can tell what I'm thinking, right? Please, you think I've been reading your thoughts to get the jump on you? I'd rather die than go poking around your nasty little mind, so he's saying he's not doing that? And, like, maybe Eito being like, I don't want to do that because it's disgusting might actually be accurate, but we don't know. We can't know with Eito. I simply used the kind of plan you come up with, that's all. You're probably considering getting everyone together in one place for your next attempt. That's what I was thinking you should do, actually. That was one of the things I thought of, like get everyone in the cafeteria. No one else can see the illusion, so you're thinking you can figure out which one isn't really there that way. But that won't work. It would be a simple matter for me to go alter the perception of everyone's reactions. And you know better than often before. Is there a way we can, like, literally, like, if it's only a cognition change, is there not a way that we can line everybody up and, like, what if you said this? Everyone line up from shortest to tallest. And then you right away know where Shoma is. Shoma will be right at the end. If, like, you know what I mean? Because then you could do, like, is there heights here as well? There is heights, right? So you could do, like, Shoma is the shortest. So you could go Shoma. I believe Kako is then shorter, is the next shortest, I believe. Yeah, and you could do it with heights. And the tallest would be like Eito. We know Eito was super, super tall. So actually, wait, is that 6 foot? Is he the tallest? No, Moko is. So the second tallest would be the illusion. No, sorry. The third tallest would be the illusion. If you can do that. Because Takamaru's the tallest. Then Moko, then Eito. So the third tallest person would be the illusion. Out of the 11. Right? She's 5 feet, which is very, very short, but she's a kid, so... Same with Ima, who's like 5'2", again, he's a kid. 5'7", which is actually like, pretty tall. 5'5". I didn't realize Yugumu was like it's not like it's below like I guess an average, but like height doesn't really matter anyway. Like you know what I mean. If you have this style, who cares? I never cared about height either. Like I'm relatively short as well. I think I'm like 5'9", or like close to 5'10". Depends on who's asking. No, I never cared about stuff. But could we line it up and do that way? I'd advise against asking Saray for help too. Why would that be inconvenient for you? More for you than for me. What would you even tell him? The truth that after you killed me, my consciousness was transferred into you along with Zora? Would Saray just like, you know, erase our brain? And then I'm going to take control of your body in a few days. Saray would erase our brain. Saray dismissed me as defective, tried to get rid of me. You stopped him the first time. But you can't lock me in a cage now. What do you think he'll do if he finds out I'm still alive? He will either mess with our brain or kill us. He'll judge you to be defective again, a threat to humanity, and be disposed of. Yep. Eito is 100% correct with this. And the reason I say that is because I do think that, like, in terms of morals, Saray is actually, like, you know, is not here to help us. He's not here to support us. He's here to support the colonization, not us. So Eito's actually 100% correct with this. I hate to admit it, but Eito was right. Yeah. I'm the one who made the decision to kill Eito, but Saray, I wanted to get rid of him from a long time before that. And we have the benefit of like going through multiple routes and knowing that Saray will betray us at any moment in order to protect the mission rather than the people. He has no qualms with killing all of us if it means protecting the mission. It's just factual. He treated me the same way, there's no doubt about it. Yep. I'm glad you finally see it my way. Besides, this is a challenge between you and me. Bringing in outsiders will ruin the fun. I still got 2 days. You haven't won yet, Eito. I'll see you tomorrow then. Can't wait to see what you'll try next. I don't know how I'm going to sleep. Again, he's excited about this. This is entertainment. This is fun. With that, Eito snapped his fingers. And he has such control waking us up again. Yeah, what Eito said was so true about Saray. We can't go to Saray for help. I'm still thinking that, like, if it was, like, if it's not physical and, like, it's something that, like, unless, like, is there a thing with your cognition? And maybe people would know this better than I am if they have like a kind of like knowledge of this stuff. If your cognition changes about something, can that also like affect touch? Like the way like you feel like maybe like you are touching something even though you might not be, like it messes with your senses. So it could be a thing that like maybe if we do touch one of them as like maybe touched their head or something, we still feel it as like, even though we're to put our hand above them. But then could we also then, no, because then they can't speak their minds. And I was saying then could we do like a slight karate chop up to see if they're there? Like not enough to hurt them, but enough to be like, hey, what are you doing? But then Eito could just make every one of them react on hit, no matter what. It's interesting. I wonder how that would work. In a few more days, you'll be able to control my body completely. If it gets to the point, if I run out of options and still can't win, that's when I'll ask Saray for help. Even if he does kill me, it's better than letting Eito take over. Honestly, it's... You know what's so weird to say? Because we don't want Takumi to die, but that means like us dying means probably saving everybody. You know? It means saving absolutely everybody. You could get into the grander morals of it as well by saying that, like, you know, well, if everyone dies, then this mission fails, right? But then they would just probably send more people, right? But I'll only do that as a last resort. I foiled Eito's plans before. I can do it again. We need to have this confidence. We need to have this pure confidence. This isn't over yet. Save your progress. Whoa, interesting. Because again, it is kind of like a visual novel stuff. The last time I saved, what happened was it sends you back to the start of a sequence. I remember they made so many quality of life updates that it's actually like really fantastic. Actually, I remember like specifically, I remember I had a lot of complaints about this game in terms of like mechanical stuff and little things here or there and battle stuff and like the way that saves worked and the way the choices worked and all this stuff in between, the way that navigation worked. I had all these like complaints about it. And they were like real legitimate critiques, right? But it was so amazing that when I updated the game one day and like they literally had an update list of like every single thing that I wanted to fix, whether it be navigation, choices, saves, all these, literally every single critique I had of this game. And that's how this game became 10 out of 10 for me, because it's one of those things where like, oh, it's great, but like there's this here and this, that, and that there and that there. And literally there was an update. Not saying it was because of me, I'm saying because they already had this update planned, of course, you know. But it was one of those things where, like, obviously these were gripes that people had with the navigation, with the map, with how choices worked and how you couldn't go right up against the choices. You had to do a whole day again. How the battles worked, where you had to redo a lot of battles, the skip battle function, all these stuff, all these things in between. Like, they really made it like the quality of life stuff. It's like, and you can look back on the video, I forget which video it is, but like I had a lot of complaints. I remember they fixed everything, and I was like, holy crap, man. Like, listening to the audience in that way, to the point that like all these little gripes became, you know, it almost became, I remember the update that happened. I'm sorry if you can sidetrack here, but I just want to praise them. The update that happened that time, the free update, felt like they remastered the game. Like, it felt like a remaster of Last Defense Academy. It was fantastic.
Today is your 60th day. Honest, anyway. Okay.
Yeah, and I want to obviously like praise them for doing that as well, because it went from being like, this game's 9 out of 10 to being this game's a 10 out of 10 for me, you know? Never mind making it to day 100, still need a way to survive to past day 62. Before that, I need to kill Eito. I went into the bathroom to wash my face and spent a while looking at my reflection in the mirror. Yeah, you'd probably lose a sense of yourself, right? I love his hair so much.
Who are you?
Yeah, he's losing his sense of self. That's brutal.
No, it's fine. I'm Takumi Sumino. I'm still me.
Yeah, but that questioning of yourself, right? That constant questioning. I can't get overwhelmed now. That's what Eito wants. If I start showing weakness, he'll seize on it and take control even faster.
That's not going to happen. I won't let him beat me.
The anger in his voice. There's still so much I have to do. I have to protect everyone. I have to save humanity. I can't waste time playing Eito's games. He claimed to hate this world, but he's still clinging to it. Maybe he's not as strong-willed as I thought. You're dead now, Eito. You need to let go. So I wonder, though, is it because Eito's, like, will to punish humans is stronger than his will to, like, not be a part of this world? Is that why he's, like, still clinging to it? You know? If he can get some punishment out of us, then he'll leave this world happily, I feel like. If you're still determined to disrupt us, if you keep posing a threat to humanity's future, I'll kill you as many times as it takes. That's such a brutal way of putting it. I've already got a plan for today. I'd like to see what it is. Hey, do you want to do some training? Oh, really? You want to train with me? All right, but why are you looking so intense all of a sudden? Is that a no? No, I'm just a little surprised is all. Should I meet you at the training room? No, just grab an infuser and let's get right to it. We're using infusers, so like he's definitely doing something more physical here, like in terms of battle, maybe trying to see how they fight. Show me what you've got. Wait. Are they gonna play the Pale Dust song? Game over. We're not gonna be ignored. It's such a good song. Hey, Takumi. What is it? Why are we using our infusers, and why are we doing this in the gym instead of the training room? Consider it practical training. There's no telling when there might be another attack. You can tell Takumi's like a little bit more desperate, right? A little bit more desperate. And Veshnis. Oh my god, Veshnis, I haven't heard that name in so long. Is more powerful than ever now. We have to get stronger too. Don't worry, I won't hurt you, I promise. But in return, I want you to attack like you're trying to kill me. I know what Takumi's doing. To see if the move that Eito does to Takumi is Eito's moves. Or is it someone else? Does he fight as strong as Eito does? Or does he fight in a different way? Or maybe it might even be looking for like, oh, that felt like a gun. That felt like a Gatling gun, like Gaku, as Gaku, you know? What? This training is to help us fight the invaders. We have to get used to fighting without holding back. And if anything goes wrong, the reviving magic will bring us back. Everything will be fine. You've got nothing to be afraid of. Look what he's done to Takumi's mind. Takumi would never suggest like a full-on battle where someone could die in here, because again, he valued people's lives so much, and even his own life. But now he's desperate. Takumi, don't know about this. What's wrong? Let's start our training session. No, I think I'm going to pass. What? Why? I just don't feel like it right now. Can't we do it some other time? You don't feel like it? When the invaders attack, you don't get a choice. I know, but that's different. We don't really have to do this. But we need to train. And again, Takami's being very forceful here because, again, he's on a limited time schedule. The usual Takami that would be a very supportive leader, that would support, like, mutual training, that would be protective of everyone else, but still very learned. He's now trying to force this because, again, limited time. It's a different Takami. He's losing some parts of himself, because he has to do this. What's wrong with you, Takami? You're acting so weird. He is. I'm fine. Just do what I tell you. Oh, wow. Activate your Hemo Anima. This is so forceful. Just then, there was a sound of hurried footsteps inside and the doors of the gym flew open. Hey. Stop it, Takami. Dragging someone into a mock battle just because you had a little disagreement? What are you thinking? But it's not a disagreement. But again, from their perspective, right? We are trying to do something that we've never done and shouldn't do, which is like hurt each other. Takami would never suggest this beforehand. So now it just looks like he's being very forceful, which he is, but it's because his mind is in a different place now. And so you understand from their perspective that it is like, what is Takami doing? Why are you doing this? It's so off the wall crazy. It's not what he would usually do. Again, look at Takami. He's sweating. He realizes how this looks now. Damn, this isn't how it was supposed to go. It was a desperation move. It was like he didn't want to hurt someone. He wasn't gonna hurt someone, but he wanted someone to hurt him. And again, from the perception of his comrades, that is weird. That is super weird. You haven't been yourself lately. Should we ask Soraya if there's anything we can do to help you? That is a fate worse than death. Yeah, that signals something in his brain of like, okay, they're gonna get rid of me, And that's how Eito has gotten in his mind so much that now, and not true, right? The idea that they would get rid of him if they felt he was defective, but it is one of those situations where like, it's very clear that, that's the worry on his face right now. Don't do that. I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. Then why are you being so hostile all of a sudden? Man, this must feel so rotten in Takami's stomach. Because again, he thought he had a really great... Again, technically it was a great plan. It was a great idea to like see how they fought and how they would like attack. But he didn't take into account the other side of it, which is like not wanting to hurt Takami. Please, I need someone to fight me. I won't hurt you. I'll stop all my attacks right before they connect, but you have to fight me seriously. If you want to beat Veshness, we have to do this. Is this really going to help us against Veshness? It is, I promise. Oh, I didn't mean to skip that. I pressed the wrong button. All right, if that's not important, you can spar with me instead of Eito. They're not saying the real name there as well. The music changes too. I'll up too if it's to defeat Veshness. We don't have a lot of choice. I know you said you stop your attacks, but be sure to dodge ours too, okay? So everyone's going to do it. Okay, so that's interesting as well, right? I love that because they notice that Takami is being weird. They know that he's acting weird. But when Takami says, I'm okay, and tries to solidify his answer, they trust Takami in his leadership, so they turn to, okay, we'll do it, right? And they see that he's serious about it too. But I do love that they show this worry, because again, it makes sense that they would be so terribly worried about what he's doing right now. You have no idea how much this is going to help me. It hadn't gone as smoothly as I wanted, but now I was facing 3 Eitos in a mock battle all at once. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't really planning to hurt any of them. I know you weren't. Eito was manipulating my perception, so I couldn't tell any of my friends apart. I couldn't really rely on sight or vision anymore. He had too much control over them. But what if I concentrated my body instead of mind? Specifically, the sensation of being hit by a special attack. I wouldn't be surprised if Eito could make everyone's class weapons look like his sight, yes. But they did still feel different when they hit me. Guns, blade, weapons, mechanical weapons, they all cause different kinds of damage and leave different injuries. If I couldn't rely on my perception of other people, I just used my own body as a guide as well. This is what Eito has brought us to, by the way. Eito has brought us to a point where we are now trying to ascertain how the different attack that happened to us felt. Like, that's how far this has gone, because he stopped our number game, All right, here we go. Remember, no holding back. Oh, we got these outfits as well. My plan was simple. Once the mock battle got going, I'd take everyone's attacks on purpose. Eito could control what I saw and heard, but he wouldn't be able to do anything about physical damage. I'd be putting myself in danger, but at least I had the revival magic to fall back on. It's, again, this is what Takami has gotten to. Because there's not an ounce in this world, not a place in this world where Takumi would ever be like, unless he really had to desperately rely on the revive of mana, because dying anyway was still something that they put a great emphasis on, even if it was a revive coming as well. They put a great emphasis on it. I know you can say, well, they sacrificed themselves in battle, but that was legitimately a way to win against things that were trying to destroy us, right? And it's worked for the 3 Atos I was fighting now. I could do the same for all the others next. Then I'd finally be able to tell who was who.
Here we go.
But how do we mark them afterwards? You know, right before the attack hit, my arm moved to deflect it. What? Wait. Ato is making us deflect the moves as well. Not bad, Takumi. You made that look easy because Ato's doing it. Let's try it again. Attack me. This time I won't defend. I'll take this attack just like I planned.
Now it's my turn.
This is not good. Every single Ato's gonna stop every attack. You blocked me too. You're really doing well today, Takumi. And again, from their perception, it's just like, oh my god. Takumi, you're awesome. Look what you're able to do, buddy. You're blocking us left, right, and center. What's the matter? Why do you look so surprised? I hadn't meant to block both times. I've been trying to take damage. Yeah, it's Ato. My sword arm was moving on its own. I couldn't stop it. Okay, one more time. Do your best to hit me. Here goes. Yeah, it's of course it's Ato. Of course it is. Like, what do we have to do? Lie on the ground when we tie our arms up or something? But Ato would still find a way to deflect, I feel like. I did my very best to leave myself open to the opponent's attack. He took the opportunity I created and charged forward? How's this? But the result was the same as before. I knocked the attack away without meaning to. My arm moved in ways I never thought it could, and all without input from me. Every time an attack came at me, it automatically took action to protect me. It's Ato. It's Ato. After about 30 minutes of trying, my sparring partners got tired and that, of course they would. Like, 30 minutes of just like trying to get someone to hit you, he's probably going mad. His brain is mush. I mean, if it wasn't mush already about what's been happening already, like, it's going to be destroyed now. I apologized to them for all the trouble and hurried back to my room before they could ask any awkward questions. They probably think Takumi's like, you know, in the weirdest place he's ever been in his life. He's being distant. He's asking to fight them. He's going around putting numbers on everyone's chest. Like, this Takumi is, like, again, they trust him, right? And that's what they said, we trust you. But there's no doubt about it, he would still be very weary of why he's acting this way. I'm guessing I have you to thank for that? Yeah, of course. Of course.
I have to hand it to you this time, Takumi.
So here's the thing, like, what would you accept? Because he's come up with 2 plans. The first plan was really good. This plan was crazy, but they're plans. So what plan does he have to come up with to circumvent this? Can he circumvent it?
Intentionally getting hurt to tell people apart by the nature of their attacks was a stroke of genius.
So what will you accept? What will you accept then? What plan will you accept?
It's the kind of idea only someone in as desperate a situation as yours could come up with.
Yeah, but what's good then? What to you is a good plan?
I think it might just be the intellectual high point in your otherwise mediocre little life.
Oh my god, that's the only compliment we're getting today, guys.
But in case you forgot, I'm a part of you now. When you get hurt, I feel your pain. And I can't have that.
Man, so this time around, it's not just about stopping his plan, which he did stop his plan. It's also like, I don't want to get hurt. I'm not getting hurt. This is so crazy. How long have you been able to make my body do that? Is my control spreading faster than you expect? That's the thing, and it's such a great way of showcasing that. Instead of having a timer on the screen, which would have been scary too, the timer is like every single day he's being able to control more and more what we do. He's able to write. He's able to deflect with perfect accuracy against people who've been training for 60 days to fight now. He is like doing much more every single day. And it's like, instead of having an hourglass going down, he's literally just like fighting us. He's showing his control of our body more effectively every day. Guess it's just how compatible you and I are. What a stomach-churning prospect. Even so, I won't allow you to get hurt. I'll block any attack whether you like it or not. This body belongs to both of us now. I don't want anything happening to it. Have you noticed how nervous everyone is getting around you? They're not going to keep putting up with your requests much longer. Yes, and this is another thing that is true as well. When we ran away the first time, it's something's wrong with Takumi. I hope he's okay, right? The second time when we said let's write numbers on everyone, it's like, okay, Takumi, I trust you to do this. Or no, it's like the second time is us asking questions, right? And they're probably like seeing Takumi respond and like his face, you know, tensing up and all this stuff too. What's wrong with Takumi? The third time, let's write these numbers down. Okay, I trust you, but why are we doing this? The fourth time, hey, attack me. Over time, they're going to stop agreeing to these requests. They're going to start talking amongst themselves. Hiroko's going to be the first probably to be like, hey, something's definitely wrong. And there's going to be a full-on conversation about everything. But of course, if you tell them the truth, Sorey is bound to catch wind of it. If that happens, it'll be all over for you. You'll just be another defect that needs eliminating. If I get eliminated, you'll disappear too. That's some consolation. And again, yes, it would save everyone else's lives. Thinking of sacrificing yourself? Don't bother. You could never pull off such a noble act. This is what Eito thinks. I do think Takumi is capable of sacrifice. I do think Takumi would like sacrifice himself for everyone to be saved as well. But again, the goal of this whole journey is so everyone survives. That was the goal of his entire journey. But I think Eito, like, whilst Eito has a lot of the self-doubts of Takumi down, and he understands the self-doubts of Takumi, I think, very well. I think that one thing he always gets wrong about Takumi is that, like, the passion that he has for the people around him is not lies. He genuinely feels this, and he genuinely loves the people around him and cares for the people around him. It's just that Takumi knows this too. The choices that he has made him feel like his care was misplaced sometimes, or that he didn't care enough. You're more than the type to sacrifice others. You'll cast aside anything and anyone for the sake of your own survival, even the natural flow of time. That's the kind of person you are, Takumi. That's how you make your choices, by thinking only of yourself. You know what's so crazy? I just thought about, like, in this timeline, in this route, we technically stayed with Nozomi and protected the other school so we could, and then Darumi died because of that. So again, whilst we have to be honest about that choice, because the game isn't trying to say Takumi's perfect, right? That choice was brutal on the people of the Last Defense Academy, right? It was. It was a detriment to the Last Defense Academy. It was, right? Factually so. Like, we can't deny it. Like, we have undeniable proof that that choice leads to Darumi's death, right? So now, even though I don't believe it's Takumi being like, oh, I'm doing, you know, he did make the choice in a way for himself because he loves Nozomi, right? In a way, you could trace that back to being for himself because he loves Nozomi so much. So it's not exactly entirely like this wrong thing that Eito was saying, but Takumi, I believe with all my heart, and there's proof amongst all these different routes, right? All these different routes. Takumi will fight to defend people as much as possible. It's just that some of these choices play on our mind a lot. And that's the whole point of the story. The choices we make can lead to, like, dire consequences, which then leads to Takumi, how do I say it? Like, having these choices on his mind forever, you know? So what if the choices you made have gotten your friends killed? It was all for the greater good, right? It's again, Eito's so good at getting into our heads. He's so good at playing on the things that mess with our mind the most. As long as you get your second chance, anything goes. Isn't that right? We want to save everybody. We do. Well, it's been fun, but I think we'll call it a day here. Controlling your body so much fun. Body so much fun has tired me out. I need to get some sleep. Eito brought a conversation to a close with a snap of his fingers. He's controlling everything. Yeah, Eito loves playing on our mind with the stuff that plagues us the most. Darumi's death played on Takumi's mind like so heavy. This thing I knew, everything went white, and then... Damn it. I punched the wall in frustration. What am I supposed to do? All of this, it's all Eito's fault. If only he weren't around. Why did I ever have to let him live? After everything he did last time, I should have known better. I should have killed him when I had the chance. I should have made it so he never came back to haunt me. I should have killed him stone dead, no regrets, no mercy. And you know what this is also doing as well? It's also bringing out the aggressive side of Takumi. So again, it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Eito's saying that you wanted to kill me, you wanted to be vicious, you loved the idea of me dying and all this stuff as well. It becomes true in a way after, like, Eito getting involved with her head, to the point that now Takumi's like, I would do this. Because the aggression, the desperation, all the things playing in our mind, we're thinking, if we just killed Eito back then on day 2, none of this would have happened. There's the thunk again. Kill. Oh no, Takumi. Kill. No. I'll kill him. I'm going to kill Eito. And while I agree, like, if he wanted to kill Eito now, he is totally in his right. But again, that mindset of just kill, that's not Takumi. It's not. Even though Eito wants us to believe it is, it's not Takumi. Somehow I drifted off to sleep, my head still seething with murderous rage. So brutal. Day 61. So brutal. Just one day left. Oh my god, what are we supposed to do? And he's back
You're
again, of course
genius.
he is.
You know that, Takumi? To keep failing to kill me like this takes real talent. Or do you just like me so much that you want to keep playing?
Again, being so rude about this. Intentionally so. He wants this to be a rude thing.
Of course, the mere thought you might feel any affection toward me makes me want to vomit.
Great voice acting as always from this voice actor.
But I'm getting quite comfortable living here in your head. Pretty soon, your whole abominable body will be mine to do with as I please. Are you listening, Takumi? I haven't done anything to your hearing yet.
What do you think, man? You've messed with Takumi's mind so much that he's barely even like himself. Again, look at I hate seeing Takumi, because I love Takumi. I don't care what anyone says. While Takumi's not the most perfect individual in the world, we can say this all the time. We talk about like the morals of all these characters, how nobody's perfect, right? Apart from like a few characters like Kako, like Anima. But people are like, well, Ima stabbed someone. It's like, well, like in fairness though, guys, and like, you know, you guys have hobbies too, but I don't say anything about your knitting or your stamp collection. But like, it's one of those things where like, I still love Takumi and I want him to be happy, and seeing him like this like breaks me apart as well. I'm almost out of time. If I can't find the fake Eito today, he'll take over once and for all. Then he won't just be my problem anymore. Everyone will be in danger. I have to stop him one way or another. You're not going to win, Eito. I will stop you. Good luck with that. It wasn't like I had some brilliant new plan. Even if I did, Eito would see through right away. This game had been rigged in his favor from this very start. Come to think of it. Was there even an 11th Eito at all? For all I knew, he just made up so he could have some fun to watch me suffer. Honestly, that would be a very Eito thing to do. That would be a very Eito thing to do. A very Eito thing to do. Even if he had been making it up, the part about him needing to take over, time to take over, is still true. That means I still have a chance. He can try and stop me, but I'll try everything I can right up until the end. I am going to once again end the video here, and then we'll come back in the next one with more Last Defense Academy. Just once again, just like an absolutely mind-melting, brutal experience, I feel like. From this game. And I feel like that's like a very common thing with this game, that like, you know, there's going to be a lot of like really mind melding and like over the top kind of like, and I don't mean a bad way over the top. I mean, this game is like intentionally supposed to be like one of the most realistic portrayals of like emotions and characters and all this stuff too, amongst the craziness of like this situation. So when I say over the top, I just mean like the situation is like insane, whilst the emotions that go along with it are very grounded and real. And I always say that like people who can't see that about Last Defense Academy, I feel like don't actually play the game or didn't play the game. The emotions are so real. The way people react, people are flawed and hurt, and they do things when they're hurt, and they, you know, it's a very realistic portrayal of how people betray, and people get scared, and people get worried, and people get like sick, and they hate each other, then they love each other. It's like so realistic with this stuff as well. But here what we have is a tearing apart of Takumi from the inside out. And it's all stems from Eito's opinion of Takumi. And as I said, I think Eito's doing this because he believes Takumi is a liar. He believes Takumi is someone who like has maybe a self-grandiose opinion of himself. And he wants Takumi to feel dread and punishment that, you know, he has felt through his life in terms of seeing these humans and having to live with these humans. But he's having a genuine fun with seeing Takumi like get stressed out here to like a nauseating degree. And what we've seen now is that Eito will do what he can to make sure that we are locked in place into this like horrible situation. Because no matter what Takumi comes up with, he is legitimately going to continue to mess with our minds. He's going to continue to F with us and change our outcomes and change our plans because he believes that that's what the challenge is. We have to find a way around it. We have to find a plan that works that's not just like something that's actually pretty ingenious for Takumi as well. And like, even like the numbers plan is at the start of this whole thing was just really, really smart from Takumi. Like, I don't care what anyone says. It was just like a really, really smart plan. It was a way to like document anyone and like keep the numbers written on everybody else so that by the time that he could get around to it, he could find out who's not wearing a number, or he could like, not even that, but it's more just like, okay, I've written down 11 numbers and now I can be like, okay, number 1 acts this way, number 2 acts this way. So he had a really great plan here, but again, Eito ruined it by making him write down number 1 in every one of these numbers. The second plan Takumi had was actually a really brutal one and then showcased how desperate Takumi really was, and it came after he looked in the mirror and asked who he was in the end. The second plan centered around the idea of fighting his friends and feeling the pain that they would inflict on him so that he could then, he could then feel the difference in the pain like that would be inflicted on him, say whether it's a gun or a knife or a punch or whatever it is, and be like, oh, that's Shoma, that's Gaku, that's Ima, that's Kako. You could feel these things, and that to me is like a very smart but deadly plan, right? And it's not one of those things where I'm ever like going to sit here and be like, oh, talk to me, why would you come up with that plan? If you're in a desperate situation where Eito has set up this situation where he is not only in your head, but he is like controlling your body, and you're now seeing like what he can definitely do. You know now that he can like swing a sword with your body now. He can swing your katana whatever way he wants. That's a good idea of knowing that he can do whatever the hell he wants with this. And he's also implanted some other stuff in our brain as well, along with that too. And some of them are like half-truths, some of them are home truths, some of them are like, absolute truths, but he knows how to mess with their mind in multiple ways. Your friends are going to stop trusting you eventually with all this stuff you're doing. And we said this already, from the running away from everyone at the start. The second time he interacts with everybody, he's asked them like weird questions. The third time he interacts with everyone, he's putting the number 1 in everybody, like really desperately so that he runs away. The next time he interacts with everyone, what's he doing? Can you fight me? Hurt me, right? You have to hurt me. Even if like it's one of those things where like we as like players can be like, we understand Takumi's desperation. Like a lot of us would probably make the exact same decisions. But from the perspective of the characters, Takumi has lost his mind. Takumi has lost his entire mind. And that to me is an absolutely like, what Eito's saying is not wrong. People are going to think that way. The other thing that's like a half-truth is that he keeps playing on the regrets that Takumi has, which is the regrets of Darumi dying, Kurara dying, you know what I mean, and Kyoshika dying, right? All these deaths are 100% playing on the mind of Takumi, even if he wasn't directly involved in them, and some of them like he like didn't even make like a choice in them as well. Well, he did. I think all of them were particular choices, weren't they? Which is brutal. But yeah, it's like one of those things where like, because one of them was save Kurara or Gaku, right? I believe so, if I remember correctly. But it was, it's one of those things where like that plays on his mind all the time, and framing it in a way. This is why I think it's half truths. Takumi, you could say it is technically a thing where Takumi saving Moko and Nozomi was technically selfish because he chose, in the eyes of Eito and the other people at the academy, he chose people that he quote unquote didn't know over the people at the academy. He chose Nozomi because, again, he loved Nozomi, and he does love Nozomi. He chose Moko, to their perspective, even if it is a time travel thing. You chose someone who wasn't even our team, and someone died because of it. Eventually, they didn't blame him. Eventually, they forgave him, and they like not even forgave him, but they're just like, dude, it's not your fault. You were trying to lead us. You're leading us, and all this stuff as well. They're way more lenient on him. But still, it's going to be on your mind. If I didn't go there that day, if I went back to the Last Defense Academy, Darumi is alive, right? That's his perspective. So Eito knows to play on that. And the reason I said it's half true is because when Eito says like, it's selfish. I do think that there is like you can be honest and say there is like a bit of selfishness in the idea that he chose Nozomi in that choice, because he chose Nozomi from, again, I'm not saying it is selfish, I'm saying, but you can definitely perceive it like that, right? And if Takami's already thinking, was it selfish? He's going to be thinking it now. And that's the one thing that plays in Takami's mind more than anything is what happened those days with those debts. And of course he's going to be thinking about that all the time. And it's a really horrible thing to think about, but of course he's thinking about that. That's what Takami is thinking about. In a very, like, painful way, right? And the other thing that is the absolute truth as well is that if Takami tells everyone what's happening, he will be, either his brain is going to be gone or he's going to be disposed of. Because Saray ain't going to take any chances. Saray, even though Takami is factually the most powerful character we have, he's not going to take his chances. He's going to say to Takami, and Takami's going to be like, I have this parasite in my brain called Eito, and it's controlling me, and in a few days it's going to make me kill everybody. Saray's just going to kill him. Saray's not going to take a single chance with that. Today doesn't have any, today, 0 base 1, you know? Last night, made a list of my top five of favorite things of all time. Your lips, okay. But like, today is going to kill him because he's not going to take those chances. And Eito's 100% correct about that. He has boxed him into this way, into this place where it's a box full of regrets. It's a box full of emotional torment of like someone messing with your brain. It's a maze and a rat trap where everywhere you go, there is a rat maze, where everywhere you go, you're being blocked off by a different wall. Every time you think there's an opening, a wall pops down and stops you from getting into the opening. That's what Eito's doing as well, and that's messing with his mind. He has this time limit in the background that's like being shown through in an amazing way. It's being shown through Eito's control of his body. It's such a great way to do the hourglass and the time limit. Just showing Eito's able to do more things every single day. That's terrifying. That's so scary. It's such a natural way of doing that as well. His friends aren't going to believe him. Tsure's not going to believe him. He can't, every advance he makes is stopped off by Eito. And then also, as I said, the box full of regrets. He's constantly making him remember all the stuff that pains him all the time. He has trapped him in this like cage of torment, emotional torment. And he knows it too, because now we have Takami getting to the point where he's calling for the death of Eito, which again, Eito loves that. This isn't a situation where Eito's going to be like, oh no, he wants to kill me. It's going to be a thing being like, oh yeah, I got him to break. Sick. I'm happy with that. That's what he wants, because Eito wants to punish Takami, because Eito believes that Takami is a big liar. He believes that Takami is this fake hero who acts like he wants to save everybody, but actually is like really selfish. He acts like he wants to help everyone, but in reality, he's just lying to everybody about wanting to help people. He will cast people aside. He is the judge, jury, and executioner. And in a way, in a fourth wall breaking manner, we are kind of the judge, jury, and executioner, but we do it because we want to do roots, not because we want anyone to die. But that is just the factual. We have to look at it from the perspective of Eito. That's his perspective. That Takami decides who lives and who dies because of his leadership. That's what happens. Again, he also believes that Takami wouldn't do a self-sacrifice because he believes that Takami would do it. And again, I think that would be very hard for Takami to self-sacrifice. But I do think that Takami would do it in some notion. But I think his mind is so gone now that I wonder if he would do it now. You know what I mean? I wonder if he would even think about that, because I think it's his goal is to kill Eito now. That's the thing. You wonder. Yeah, this is absolutely crazy once again. There's so many crazy things happening here. I think Eito's just like one of the greatest. It's so funny because of the different routes. Eito's one of the greatest villains, one of the greatest redeemable characters, one of the greatest psychotic characters, one of the greatest like fake outs and reveals. He has so much real estate in this game of like how he's like so effective, whether it be like as a former friend. Because that first route, when you first like know Eito, he is literally like the sidekick friend. He is the Joey Wheeler. He is the Yusuke. You know, he is the Kuwabara. He is the Cyrus Truesdale. He is that character who is on the side of your character, who is offering support at any moment's notice in different ways, whether it be through physical or smarts or whatever it is. He is that character. I know people are going to be like, Galvin, use Joey Wheeler as an example. But yeah, I think Joey always offered like emotional support as well. You know, again, that's why he did too. You know what I mean? All the time. Even if they made him comedically like, you know, silly. You know, Taya used to be like the kind of rock of like, intelligence, it felt like. So that original reveal was fantastic because, again, he was a big part of like our existence there. And then eventually when he becomes like someone more redeemable, it's like, oh my God, man, this guy is like, I can't believe I went from being like, oh, I hate this guy, to being like, he's the only guy pretty much standing up to them, and he's doing some really crazy stuff to stand up against the Red. You're cheering for him. Like, it's so crazy what they've done with Ato's character, the way in different routes you can feel so differently about him and so scared of him, or you can love him, or you can care about him, or you can hate him. It's really well done what they've done here. They've done such a fantastic job with Ato's character, and I think it's really fantastic. Guys, thank you so much for watching this. I haven't seen the reaction to the first video yet, but this episode came out on Monday. The last episode came out on Saturday, so I haven't seen it yet. And it's not even Saturday when I'm recording this. But I wanted to say that thank you so much for checking out the video if you did. And thank you so much for being so into the Last Defense Academy like I am as well. And if you want to see these videos early, you can do so on YouTube members or on Patreon for €1 or whatever is in your currency. This episode was uploaded on Thursday, and every single Last Defense Academy video that is in this route will be uploaded early on YouTube members or on Patreon as well. If you want to see your name go by in the text credits, which is going by right now, that is the €10 tier. And that is the Chunky Baby Gangsta tier. And that is in every single video you get your name going by in the credits as well. If you want to hear your name be read out at the end of the video, at the end of every single video, that is the €15 tier on YouTube members and Patreon. And that is the I Can Never Repay the Baby Gangsta tier, which is the highest tier. And with that, I want to read out the patrons' names first. That being Ty Pharaoh 2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yuled, Anusta, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, High Kasperian, Neo Sharite, Leah 200, Malcolm Kunde, Axler21, and at the highest tier of my YouTube members, Blasco, Lusanagi, and brand new member at the highest tier, Shen. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye!